Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be replacing the rear brake pads on a 2021 BMW 230i. We're going to start on the rear right side where the brake pad sensor is. Now unfortunately for this car, the brake pad sensor wire is broken off. So I won't be able to show you how to dismount it, but I'll certainly be able to show you how to mount the new one. To remove the retaining spring, use a flathead screwdriver, pry back, and catch it, because it does want to fling back at you. On the back side of the caliper, you're going to find the protective boots for these screws. Pry back on the boot to remove it on both the top and the bottom. This bolt right here is a 7mm hex. It's going to look like this. And then you can loosen it up with a 3/8 ratchet and the socket. Crack the bolt loose. Same thing on the bottom one. Once you unscrew the bolt, you're going to notice that it stops to run right here, and you won't be able to pull out the caliper because that bolt is still kind of inside of the bracket here. So with the flathead screwdriver, just push it out the rest of the way. This. And then you can finish it off. So just make sure it's fully out, just like that. And it won't fall out. You'll be fine like that. Now at this point, if your sensor is still installed, you're going to want to remove it at this time. And then there's a little boot on this side for the brake bleeder screw. You're going to undo that just so the wire comes undone, because it's going to be connected right in here. Then you'll be able to grab the caliper and maneuver it off. Grab yourself a hanger for the caliper to hang it up. So this brake piston has the two indents, one here and one here. So you're going to need the piston adapter that looks like this. And then this will fit over these two little dimples, and then from here you can use this to retract it. When you start retracting the piston, or when you're getting ready to, you need to make sure your hand is constantly supporting it, because there's nowhere really to have it supported. So your hand needs to be the support for right now. We're going to spray the area with WD. Keep supporting. You're going to be supporting this pretty much the rest of the process until it's done. And then you're going to come in here with the tool, line it up, set the tool, and then from here you're going to start cranking on this end to retract the piston over here. And this does have electronic parking brake, and it's perfectly fine to do this. You don't need to set any sort of workshop mode. So what I usually do to make this a little easier on myself is I brace the back end over here up against the bottom of the strut, and then that makes sure that the lines here are not being stretched or don't have any tension. So if you look down this way, you can see that this brake line doesn't have any tension on it. So if you see here, I'm bracing up against the strut, and then I'm going to crank down. And with this tool, every now and then it may get loose, just kind of how it is right there. See how it got loose right here? So I just need to tension this back up a little bit and then keep cranking. Pretty much all the way to the bottom, and that's good there. Don't go any further than that. Then you can loosen up your tool, bring it out. And now just until we finish the rest of the steps, I'm gonna brace this over here. I have the caliper being hung up over here. Meanwhile, we install the brake pads. Now I'm gonna clean off the contact points where the brake pad is going to sit. So this car doesn't need the rotors, but if you need to replace the rotors, there's a few extra steps you need to take. You need to take off this bracket here that's held on by these E14s. On your car, it may be different. It may be an 18 millimeter, a 16 millimeter, or it may be these E14s. So just find the correct size for the bolts that you have here. There's going to be two, one here, one up there. And replace those bolts because some of them do have Loctite and they need to be replaced. You can't reuse them. And now this bracket will come off. And then you have a 6 millimeter hex right here. You need to undo. It's a small little screw. Undo that, replace that screw as well, and then the rotor should fall off. If it doesn't fall off, put a lug bolt in this area right here. Just screw one in. Doesn't have to be all the way down. Just screw one in and hit this with a mallet, a hammer, until it breaks loose, and then you can take it off and replace the rotor, and then everything will be installed basically in the opposite of how you removed it. This is the part number for the brake pads we're going to be using. And this is the part number for the new brake pad sensor. It starts with 34 and it ends at the 12. Don't worry about the 01, that's just an index number. Don't worry about it. And the PL, don't worry about. So from 34 to 12. And it looks like this. Great top connector with a flexible bottom end. You're gonna get 4 brake pads inside of the kit. 2 of them will say inner, and the other 2 won't say anything. Those are the outer ones. The inner ones are also identified with this metal spring. And you'll also notice that it has a slot for the brake pad sensor to clip into, which will look like this. You just need to push it in and it'll go in there. The other one will not have somewhere for it to slide into. It won't fit. So I had the BMW brake pad grease and I seem to have misplaced it. I can't find it, so I'm going to use an alternative. But essentially you're going to put the grease inside of here and on the top and on the back side here. This one over here, same thing, just in here, top side, and a little bit on the back. And you're only going to use a very small amount. Don't go crazy with it, okay? And then it's very important that this grease does not get on the brake pad. So make sure you don't get any on that. Spread it around. It's a very thin layer, okay? Now the side without the metal spring and the side that the clip does not go into goes on the outer edge right here. And then the side with the clip that the brake pad sensor connects to, that will go on the inside edge. And it's important to make sure that when you install them, you do put the brake pad material on the side of the rotor. So it needs to go in like this. Don't put it like this. This right here is incorrect. You're gonna create a lot of noise. It goes like this. Now we can grab the caliper, swing it around. Push in on the bolt up here to kind of make contact. It'll help you hold it in place. And then that will allow you to know that the bottom is aligned. And you can bring it in. And now when you push it in, it kind of holds itself in there. Now you can bottom out the screws. And then the bottom one. torque these down. Put the two protective caps back on. And reinstall the retaining spring. So the 2 points here, or the 2 ends, they're gonna go here and down here. And then these 2 right here will go inside the holes here and here. So line them up, and then with your thumbs, and you're gonna grab the caliper here, and with your thumbs, that's what you're gonna use to force down. Just keep it lined up as best you can, and push back and slide it. Now I'm sure in your car, since you have the brake pad sensor, you would have found where it goes. This one just has the connector right here, and it's gonna go on the top housing here, or the top holder, and it'll route from here down over here and into the sensor. My apologies, into the brake pad. So I'm gonna route this on the back side over here, and then from here I'm gonna reconnect it. I'm gonna pull back on this flap just so you can easily see. This goes in here. Make sure this part of the sensor clips into the very back end over here. Just like that. And there's no cover or little box here. It's just open like this. And then for the brake pad sensor, you're going to notice that there's a little hump right here, and it's going to be flat on the other side. The side with the hump needs to face the rotor, so it needs to go in like this, and then just push it in. So that's the rest of the work. That's all the work you need to do on the outside. And there's a certain procedure I want you to do so that you don't accidentally turn on a brake light. So the first thing you want to do is press the start stop button 3 times. Now from here, we're going to engage and disengage the parking brake electronically. So you're going to lift up, disengage, engage, disengage, and leave it like that. Okay, and that's all you need to do. There's no reset procedure for the brake pads because they are on a CBS, which is a condition-based service. So you can see here on the required services, you won't even find front or rear brake pads. So as soon as the vehicle detects that you've driven enough miles, or the conditions on how you've been driving should be around the minimum mark for the brake pads, or if that brake pad sensor goes down to the low mark of 3 millimeters, it will trigger the warning to replace the rear brakes. So now the last thing you need to do is turn on the vehicle, pump the brakes, make sure you have a nice firm brake pedal, and then take it for a test drive. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you liked it, if you learned something, if I helped you save some money, consider subscribing to the channel and click right here in the top left corner for more videos on the 2021 BMW 230i. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.